This is The Borderline out of Sault Ste. Marie and all across the cosmos. Hey there, this is Sagen Pearse of Hollowsage and the 3 Mile Islanders. Thanks for listening. You can find us on the internet. Just look up Hollowsage and the 3 Mile Islanders. Push enter and select the link. That's how the internet works most of the time.
I think we just went supernova. Is this the beginning of the end?
Across the tracks. It's time to go. Time to go. Across the tracks. Across the tracks. It's time to go. We're going across the tracks. Sagen Pearse, the force behind Hollowsage and the 3 Mile Islanders, will go across the tracks with us on Aftermath. Sagen, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
This album follows up your debut release, Nuclear Home. And how long ago did you do that? And set me up as to how this album ended up coming to be.
Sure. February 2020, we released Nuclear Home. And of course, that was a great year to release a record, a debut record, and lots of touring opportunities and things like that in 2020. So yeah, we kind of just put it out there, and yeah, it did pretty well, and a couple little awards and stuff, which is great. Not that that's what really matters, but
well, recognition does matter. I mean, we put the records out to have people listen to them, so that is good. So that came out during the pandemic. This record was written, Aftermath was written more or less in that downtime, and I kind of hear more of a singer-songwriter album compared to the first album.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was a songwriter prompts that I was kind of going through, and you had to write a song kind of every day. And so a bunch of the songs actually came from that. So you just have, one day to write and record it and then post it onto Facebook. So that's kind of where I think 5 of the songs came from. So that was kind of a cool challenge to my stuff. I usually write pretty quickly, but just to do it and then put it out into the ether was kind of interesting.
Well, let's go through the songs in the order they appear on the album. It kind of tells a story. I'm guessing that's the way you strategize the whole album, but
correct. Yeah.
So we'll do that. Clearly, in the time that you did this, the movie Oppenheimer came out. That seems to have,
yes.
seems to have had an effect on the material here. We got some heavy themes. And the first song is the title track, Aftermath. And right away, you come out, you can see the mushroom cloud. And seeing as the first album was called Nuclear Home, we begin immediately with that image of seeing the mushroom cloud.
Kind of the follow-up, yeah.
Yeah.
I was glad Oppenheimer came out when it did, because people kind of understood the reference that I was put into the song. I stole his line for that, and so Aftermath, basically about the heat death of the universe, possibly, which is a real good way to start a record, and just kind of going through kind of my thoughts on what the state of the world is right now, just with people making crazy decisions and seeing all these wars break out that really shouldn't be happening, in my opinion. I'm kind of a conscientious objector when it comes to any kind of violence. So yeah, so it was just kind of starting the record with Aftermath was, yeah, it's kind of a good follow up.
I can see the mushroom cloud expanding up and out. The greatest force ever seen. Tidal wave that radiates. Do you think scientists regretted what they created? Frankenstein molds a neck, a monster made with no conscience. The world changed, the drop of a bomb. The silence was so deafening. There was nothing to be done. The atom was already split. I become death, destroyer of worlds, leave nothing left but skeletons of everything there's ever been, there's ever been. We can't find any evidence of intelligent life in our skin. Saw the blip on our map, destruction caused by hatefulness. A war between which God is peace. I wish we known we could have saved. The light cannot travel quick enough to get there and enlighten them. Would've known it would end like this. Would've known it would end like this. And I become death, destroyer of worlds, leave nothing left but skeletons of everything that's ever been, that's ever. Become death, destroyer of worlds, leave nothing left but skeletons.
And from there, we go into Family's Blood. Can be universal. It sounds like there's some personal things, like I suppose almost any song kind of has to be. And the fact that you work in the funeral business as a funeral director, there is interesting. You must see all kinds of family stories. So how does that all inform a song like this?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I get to deal with a lot of families, and every family's different, which is kind of a good, part of the job. Keeps things interesting. Some families are more difficult than others, but yeah, just kind of go in to the arrangements, and you're kind of meeting them for the first time, and so you're kind of figuring out family dynamics and trying to wade through the waters as safely as you can. But yeah, every family's different, so it's yeah, kind of opens your eyes to your own family, and how um, yeah, just how privileged I feel like I am with my family, and kind of my own home life that I'm creating. And yeah, you get some great ideas from the families that I'm sitting down with in regards to just kind of the flow of how you want to be remembered. I think about that a lot. What do I want people to say at my funeral? So kind of live my life, and I want people to be able to say good things.
Yeah.
And then also, there's there's difficult days in there as well. But yeah, Family's Blood is I wrote it for my grandfather who passed away. Um, I wrote a lot of songs for him. I actually inherited his Yamaha guitar that he's had. I think it's like 50 years old, 50 or 60 years old. So I've been writing a lot on that, and yeah, that song came from that guitar, and yeah, basically family dynamics and um, a little bit of substance abuse in there, just in my own bloodline, mostly drinking, and so I just wanted to kind of get that out.
So protect me from the things above, the things beneath, the things yet to come. Nights and days from which I came and the trouble that I had to outrun. Shadows do follow through the past in my family's blood. Bottoms of bottles are places I found soulless. These past travesties have all been eventually forgiven. And I know that you would be proud of the man that I have become. Protect me from the things above, the things beneath, the things yet to come. 'Cause I still have time to make change to a world full of contradictions. So protect me from the things above, the things beneath, the things yet to come. Nights and days from which I came and the trouble that I had to outrun. Shadows do follow through the past in my family's blood. The bottoms of bottles are places I've found soulless. These past travesties have all been eventually forgiven. And I know that you would be proud of the man that I have become. So protect me from the things above, the things beneath, the things yet to come. 'Cause I still have time to make change to a world full of contradiction. So protect me from the things above, the things beneath, the things yet to come. 'Cause I still have time to make change to a world full of contradictions.
Certainly, the record, and you acknowledge that in some of your liner notes, that you're taking on different themes, and it does seem more personal. I'd like to ask you, as we listen to this next song, Lock and Key, about past life regression. If you've ever done any therapy sessions of that, because a lot of your music goes into those kinds of areas.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't done like an official session of that, but with different psychedelics and things like that, we've definitely kind of gone through um, yeah, my own experiences from the past. I don't know if it was past live, but I know definitely helped me with some childhood trauma, and yeah, just let me see things from a different perspective,
Yeah,
and so that was really beneficial.
you're pretty much a new father, and when you're in that position where the children are coming out of the womb and now you have them in the 0 to 7, the importance of the beginning of the life, how it sets up the entire life, those hidden secrets that are always so deep seem to always come in the very formative, the very first years of a person's life, in every one of our lives. Are you seeing that firsthand now and very aware of that?
Very aware, yes. Trying to, make the best of every day that I get to be with these guys, and just try to make the best impression and give them the best life that they can possibly have. Um, and avoiding, all the tropes from my childhood, and um, yeah, just doing my very best along with my wife to make every day just awesome for them.
I know a secret that I keep under my bed, where it will stay till the day that my levees break and I can't contain really anything. I can remember why I am uncomfortable in dark rooms with no windows, and the secret that I keep buried inside of me under lock and key. Under lock and key. I can carry it as long as I need. If you dig deep, you will find the seed that was planted so young, made me unclean. So I searched for God, but she never came. Save us then until the day that the burst and the staircase got the best of him, closed casket. But that doesn't make anything okay. And I know a secret that I keep buried inside of me under lock and key.
Great segue into Mortar and Stone. It takes a team to raise the kids. To have a good home life, you got to have a great partner. Talk to me about, it's a great mechanism you often use, juxtaposition, just a great songwriting mechanism in general. But talk to me a little bit about that song, because you got some fun lines. Like a lot of your language is not typical language for songwriters, and when you use language like catalysmic events, however you would say that, go ahead, talk to me about Mortar and Stone.
For sure. My piano player Matt Gunn, he's a wonderful musician. He said to me, it seems like you read a lot of books just from your songwriting. So, like, actually, I don't read anything. Just so that was kind of funny. But yeah, Mortar and Stone. I met my wife grade like the first week of grade 9 at St. Mary's in the Sioux on a school bus, and so that's kind of where that song came from. Just the first time I met her, and I remember she told me a few years after, but she went home and she said, I met my husband today to her mom. And so it's just
Oh,
kind of crazy, like just yeah, but
romantic.
yeah, romantic. We dated all through high school, and then through college a little bit, and then went our separate ways for a while, and then got back together, and then went our separate ways again, and then got back together again. And so it's just been a real journey. And yeah, we got married back in uh, October 2020. So um, yeah, it's been really great. I had a lot of growing up to do, so uh,
Hmm.
now we're here. But yeah, that's the Mortar Stones for her, and I think she likes it.
Beautiful.
I'll be the mortar if you'll be my stone. When we are together, we will be a home. When we are weathered by cyclones and storms, still have our shelter and I'll keep you warm. I'll be your sunlight if you'll be my moon. Vastness and darkness will always come through. Sharing this space over planet blue. These nights and days that I spend with you. When we met, there were no cataclysmic events, no alignment of stars, no solar eclipse. But eyes did widen, my heart skipped a beat. Oh, my stomach was hanging out with my feet. You'll be my forest, and I'll be your bird. Keep me safe, unseen but heard. I'll make your branches into my home. You'll always be there through rain and snow. Sleep beside me like a puzzle piece. Keep me warm and in one place. Please don't leave me when dark is gone. I know these nights aren't long enough. When we met, there were no cataclysmic events, no alignment of stars, no solar eclipse. But my eyes did widen, my heart skipped a beat, and my stomach was hanging out with my feet. I'll be the mortar, you'll be my stone. When we are together, we'll be at home. When we are weathered by cyclones and storms, still have our shelter, and I'll keep you warm.
The album seems to hit its real soul, gut, fulcrum at pacifistic boxer to me, and the battle of the world at large and how to deal with it. But what I find interesting is the whistling that starts it out. Talk to me a little about whistling, because it sets a whole different, again, that juxtaposition.
For sure. Yeah, I really like whistling. I only have it in Nuclear Home on the one song on Nuclear Home, but I do whistle a lot around the house. And um, my friend Josh and I, we went to Bright Eyes concert in Kalamazoo, Michigan,
Mm.
back in grade 9, and his parents drove us, and it was kind of one of the first concerts I ever got to go to. and this guy Andrew Bird opened for Bright Eyes, and he came out, and it was
Sweet.
just him on stage with his violin and guitar and xylophone, and like looped everything, and then he would whistle, and his whistling was like the craziest whistling I've ever heard. And so Josh and I, we both became avid whistlers after that. And yeah, it was really funny when Connor Oberst of Bright Eyes came out after Andrew Bird opened. He's like, what the hell was that? Like, this guy, why is this guy opening for me? Like, he's so much better. I'm a musician. It was really, really incredible experience just to see him. I've seen him quite a few times since then. So yeah, but yeah, the whistling came from Andrew Bird back in grade nine, and kind of I wanted to be a little bit uh, light-hearted going into the song because it's kind of a heavy song
Hmm.
with kind of my thoughts and feelings about, again, war and violence, and
Yeah, the
just kind
world's
of
locked
keeping.
into this point of view, right? That it just doesn't seem to want to fight it. It just wants to
Yeah,
go with it. It's
yeah,
it's actually mind-boggling.
yeah.
It reminds me a little of the Paul Simon song, "The Boxer."
Yes, yeah, yeah. I love that song. Mumford and Sons does a great cover of that song as well.
My arms, they are so tired from picking up pieces of my life just to put them back together like a thrift store puzzle that I have been working on so long, but these cracks, they still do remain. You can't force something back together if the edges don't align. And I've been the pacifist boxer with no will to fight, with my back against the ropes, holding on so tight. And these dreams that I keep having, well, they keep me awake. Psilocybin keeps on flowing right back into my brain. And I keep thinking all the world's problems and how everyone has their own way, and how no one wants to change. And I've been a pacifistic boxer with no will to fight. And my hands, they are wrapped now, and my knuckles are white. And I keep my arms behind me, crossed all of the time, like a rigid mortician standing gray.
work involved in trying to change a point of view, the world, a world point of view? You have a great line in Paper and Strings about the calluses on the calluses, and you have a great image of the kind of work that is required. That doesn't seem to be, we're not picking it up to do the work. Paper and Strings.
Exactly.
Tell me about, it seems to be a fight against a doubt.
Yeah, so Paper and Strings, another song kind of written for my wife, but from more of the point of view of when I was a bit of a not so nice person at the time, and just trying to work through that. Um, and yeah, just I was always writing songs for her, even though we weren't together. And so it was just kind of reflection on that time, during kind of a new time, um, and yeah, just kind of going through the motions.
It's a good thing you have her. By the sounds, she's inspiring the songwriting.
Yeah, yeah.
I could write a simple song for all of those I've loved and lost, yearned and burned, turned and hurt. Do you think I would? Do you think I would? Do you think I would? Would it make more sense to leave them out of this narrative, not open wounds from the past? They have closed, sutures pulled, sutures pulled. Would it be just a waste of paper and string? Would it be just a waste of paper and strings? And ivory on down the wood, calluses, calluses. Would it be just a waste of paper and strings? There was a time to apologize for the parasite that I left inside. The song could be the surgery that hurts today, but heals eventually. Like a cancer in remission, it would be best to try and forget this ailment you left in hospital beds. Washed your hands clean of this past, of this past. Wouldn't be just a waste of paper and
phone line. Sounds like it might also be her. And another great line, I can hear your smile over the phone line. And relationships of any kind are very complicated. In the battle, again, to being open and honest and making the relationship work, probably more for males than females, is a battle to be honest with themselves, ourselves, and then with partners. But the phone line is, and phone conversations and communication in general in the 21st century seems to be a very difficult thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, it seems that way. I've got a lot of single friends, and the dating is a whole different thing, even from when back 10 years ago, when things weren't so complicated on like mostly like online stuff. But yeah, you don't just meet people out in the world anymore. You kind of have to go through a vetting process on these apps before you even get to have a conversation with people. And I think conversation is the most important thing. So it's kind of crazy that people are just swiping on people without ever having a conversation with them. I know looks are important, but I think the person inside is a lot more important than that. But
Yeah, one other thing, Sage, for sure that I certainly see on both the records that you've done, you are constantly, you're not afraid to challenge the monster inside, that the monsters that we all fight, but you like to bring it up in the music. Is that a way of taming it?
it's like talk therapy.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. A lot better now than the past, but yes, yeah, we all have our struggles, and I've got a lot, but yeah, I think talking about it gives it less power, and if you're open and honest with kind of what you're feeling and going through, and you can kind of talk it out with people you care about and you love, then it makes it a lot easier to kind of uh, tame your monsters.
I can hear your smile over the phone line, and I know that I make you happy. I also know it's not the only thing I do. I bring all the pain with the pleasure too. I can hear your smile over the phone line. I can feel it in my bones. I know that's not enough to have you, so I wrote this song instead. I'm the monster in your basement. You know that I am there to stay. I was hoping that maybe I could guide you. I was hoping that maybe I could stay. Ever known something to be true? Like how your dad would say that he loved you. And I couldn't say the same, but I wish I could show you. And I am the pain in your heart, I can feel it right now. And I can hear your smile over the phone line, and I can feel monster in your basement. You know that I could change. Was hoping that maybe you could guide me. And I was hoping that I could stay.
When we get to the song "Smoke" in the album, it kind of gives us a little bit of a break of sorts, but really it seems to be setting up the rest of the album. And of course, just the word "smoke" is a very provocative word. Tell me how that song came to be, because it's a very minimalist production too. And after this song, I want to get into your band, folks. But talk to me about putting together this tune.
So it was more of a poem that I wrote. I wrote a book of poetry that just kind of sits in my Google Drive. Maybe I'll release it someday. But it was just a poem, and I needed another song for the record. And so I just went into the studio, and I think it took like 2 takes. And yeah, you can hear some like background noise of like people walking upstairs and stuff like that, which I actually really liked in the song. It's kind of made it a little more haunting, I guess. But yeah, it means more to me now than it did when I first wrote it. I got really into this guy Ram Dass, and he talks a lot about like the ember inside of you, and you have to give it breath and just kind of learning how to deal with your own thoughts and feelings, and he talks a lot about smoke and fire as his kind of his analogies, and so, yeah, so just it means more to me now than it did back when I wrote it, which is kind of funny.
So burn it all away, my dear. And please do not worry about the smoke. It'll come and it will go. It'll come and it will go. Dark plumes will try to exhume, and the stories of yesteryear, and things that I wish I could forget. They stay like dried cement. They stay like dried cement. So I will douse these fears in gasoline, and light the match and envision catastrophe. And closed eyes will always remind me. And I am not the casualty of my own anxieties. My own anxieties, my own anxieties. burn it all away, my dear. Please do not worry about the smoke. We'll come and it will go. We'll come and it will go. We'll come and it will go.
The album really, the band part, they're throughout, and you've got an awesome rhythm section, your recording engineer, the sounds, the production, everything, dynamite. Talk to me about musically and the people you're working with on this record.
Yeah, for sure. So Kevin Kerr was the engineer, and he did all the mixing as well. He did Nuclear Home too, and he did a fabulous job on both records. Just put in a lot of extra hours, and yeah, just made both of them really something that I'm proud of, and I'm really thankful to him for doing that. Justin Dillon, he's on drums on both records. He's an amazing drummer and musician in his own right. He's been doing a lot of like hand pan stuff recently, and we're trying to incorporate some of that into the next record, and just kind of making some unique sounds. And then on the record we had Quincy Bullen on bass for the new record. He just came in like I think he heard the songs once and just came into the studio. We were all masked up in kind of separate rooms, and yeah, he just came in cold and did a great job. And he's an amazing musician as well. And then Kevin did all the electric and all the synths on this record as well. And yeah, just took his time with it, and yeah, did some really unique electric guitar stuff, and the synth stuff. I thought it was really great too.
Yeah, and you got a little piano on this cut too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And tell me about your fascination with science. Where does that come from? Because you have all kinds of scientific references throughout, and obviously a lot of it is gloomy, but there's still some hope in the messaging. You got to look for it, but it's there certainly in the music. That's typically uplifting as oftentimes as it is ominous. It's still there's something there that's got a fighting spirit to it. But the science part of it, again, supernova, space-time continuum, like who writes those kinds of songs? What's going on there? Is that
For sure. So I grew up quite religious, and so a lot of the kind of science stuff was dismissed, and a lot of it was just well, God did it, and so that was just kind of the default reality for me for a long time. And then when I was about 20, 21, I kind of stepped away from the faith side of my life, and I got really into science, and yeah, just learning as much as I could about the universe, and yeah, just how vast and crazy it really is, and then later on in life getting into psychedelics, and seeing like the inner space as well. It's all kind of connected. So it kind of went from really religious growing up to more like an atheist perspective, and then now I'm more of like a spiritual type, and I just feel like everything's connected in some way. And so yeah, science doesn't explain everything, but it sure explains a lot more than 2,000-year-old books. And so yeah, this is kind of my just learning about the world, and so I find that super interesting.
space-time continuum. Nothing I could do to protect us from a black hole engulfing the sun. And this life is just a blink of an eye, a dream before we die, a walk through turnstile, leading through to the unforeseen circumstance of infinity. And I hope this is not a dress rehearsal for a second scene, an encore to everything I don't want to do again. Just went supernova. Is this the beginning of the end? Do those planets look closer? Are they all aligned again? And this life is just blink of an eye, dream before we die, walk through a turnstile, leading through to the unforeseen circumstance of infinity. And I hope this is not a dress rehearsal for a second scene, an encore to everything that I don't want to do again. What was it you said to me? If we go so honestly. Does it even matter if there's light through those doors we've tried to peek behind? And this life is just a blink of an eye, a dream before we die, walk through a turnstile, leading through to the unforeseen circumstance of infinity. And I hope this is not a dress rehearsal for a second scene, an encore to everything that I don't want to do again.
In this age of information, the challenge really seems to be to get to the truth with all of this quotation marks knowledge that we have. And somewhere in there, you have to get to work, got to roll up our sleeves. We got to somehow, with all that info, do you feel like it still comes down to faith? Faith in something. You got to have some faith in something.
Yeah, I think maybe like faith in yourself is a really good starting point. Just kind of learning about yourself and what what your ego is all about, and sometimes you have to let that go. So I feel like yeah, faith for me was really important growing up. Um, that's all I had was my faith. And then you kind of lost that, and then um, yeah, again with the psychedelic experiences and kind of um, deep diving into my own consciousness and things like that, you really get to see exactly, maybe not exactly, but what you're all about, and um, what you are doing here. That's kind of what I got out of it, and so yeah, just yeah,
Yeah.
having faith in yourself and kind of yeah.
Tongues. The lyrics, unfortunately, are not up on that. So got to give that a good hard listen. But when we hear that phrase, tongues and speaking in tongues, then we're delving into mysteries. So give me
Yes.
the mystery of that song.
For sure. It was funny. My grandparents brought me to it was like a faith healer back when I was in grade 4 or something like that. And so he laid hands on me, and I fell down, and spoke in tongues supposedly, and I was supposed to be healed of my. I had a really bad allergy to grass and pollen, so like all summer I'd be inside or on the pavement, and the next day I went to school. I was playing football out in the field, and my buddy's like, "Hey, aren't you like really allergic to grass? Should you be out here?" And I was like, "No, I got healed yesterday. I'm all good." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then like an hour later, my eyes were like I couldn't see, like I couldn't breathe, and so my mom had to come pick me up. And I remember talking to my grandparents after about it, and it was kind of not a little bit disheartening because it was like, well, you just have to have more faith, and you have to, believe in this more. And but at the time, that's kind of all I had was faith and belief, and so it was a little disheartening. Just and I felt bad for myself for not believing more. So it's just, yeah, downtrodden on myself.
I won't go speaking in tongues again, just to appease some goddamn man who told me my faith was not strong enough to save a friend from our cancerous death. And I know it's all just gibberish. No Holy Ghost, listening to my please. I keep on screaming right towards the heavens, and it's all gonna go to this hell, the one that I know way too well, way too well, way too well, way too well. Maybe they heard but aren't responding, ghosted by God. Ain't that something? Letting my calls just ring through to him. No voice, near left. It's not even worth it. Prosperity
the album closes with a funeral march, but it ties nicely to the opener of Aftermath and closes the book on the whole thing. It, like I said, sounds like a funeral march, and I wanted to ask you if you are unafraid of being afraid.
Unafraid of being afraid.
Yeah.
Of death?
Yeah, I suppose death would certainly be part of it. I mean, you deal with death in an everyday way from your work, and certainly in the subject matter. I mean, there's death all around it when you're talking nuclear homes and you're talking, rips in the space-time continuum, and there's a lot of those are fearful subjects to a lot of people, but you challenge them, and so it's those are afraid, but you go at them. So you seem unafraid about the fear factor.
Yeah, I never really thought about it, but I would have to say I don't have a whole lot of fear about a whole lot of stuff, except for more, my kids and their future, and um, I think that's what happens when you become a parent. But if I didn't have any friends or family or anything like that, I think I'd be okay in regards to death and dying. But I want to be here for as long as I can with the people that I have around me. So I'm more afraid of just not being there for them. But kind of my own personal thoughts on it. I think that we just there's nothing to be afraid of. It's like
I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about your artwork that you use, and again, in particular, one image with the nuclear reactors in the background, and you have this tree that's been blown apart, but there's still growth coming out of the tree, which indicates to me like somehow or other things will be okay. Love will conquer. And the tragedy of neon convalescence, another wildly interesting title, ties into all of this very vague but not vague imagery.
I kind of wanted to write like a Bon Iver song, because a lot of his lyrics, they don't make a whole lot of sense, but you can feel it. So I just wanted like more of like a feeling throughout. And so the song kind of came from I was driving home one night, and it was raining, and I stopped at a blinking red stoplight, and I just had this feeling that my grandpa was there, and so I was like, all right, that's cool. Like I could like smell him in the car. He had a very distinct smell, and so I was like, oh, hey there. And so that was kind of where the one line came from, but the whole song kind of stemmed from just kind of connections with people, and but it is a little bit vague, and sometimes I don't really know what exactly it's about, but it's just more of a feeling, and I wrote it out in like 5 minutes, and it's one of my favorite songs on the record.
I went walking down by the river, and I went talking to my kindred spirits, and I went running towards the light lady, and I tried my best not to let it go once again. Oh, those days turned to nights way too soon. Light left us just to show us the moon, blanketed by the clouds, satellites, and stars above. nothing as easy as getting caught in the rain. All this tragedy, a neon convalescence, like the aura of the flashing four-way star, like the hue of this monitor tapping to the beat of your heart, the flow of your
Well, it's a tremendous record. It really, really is. Your songwriting is evolving. It's been good from the get-go, but there's more going on. It surprises me that you tell me that the songs come quickly. That's always not something I hear very often from songwriters. And the fact that you like to sing about the monsters, but deep down, you're a teddy bear, man. I want to thank you for going and giving us some background on the entire record and song by song.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to it and and asking the questions, because I don't get to talk about it a whole lot. So yeah, I very much appreciate taking the time.
Yeah, I don't know how someone is going to listen to this record without thinking. It's not that kind of record you put on. You just have to ask questions. So thanks for the answers, or some of the answers.
Shelley,
because...
my wife was working. She's doing this big mural in Uxbridge right now at a new business, and the lady that owns the store put my new record on, and she finished the record, and she's like, "Okay, well, we got to put something more upbeat." It's like, I'm sorry if that's a beautiful record, but I just need something like a little more upbeat. And my wife's like, "Oh no, yeah, Sage would, he knows.
All right.
Not one you just put on just to listen to willy nilly."
Well, thanks again. Aftermath, Hollowsage, and the 3 Mile Islanders. We've been talking with Sagen Pearse, the man behind the band, and we've gone across the tracks. Thanks so much again.
Thank you.
We've gone across the tracks. This has been a Borderline Entertainment production.